I was looking at this cool Kickstarter that was like, it's called Steel Assault, and it's like an NES Batman-style Shatterhand Vice Project Doom type thing, and they go, well, the exact style we're going for is like, here are some early NES games. It shows a bunch of early NES games, and here's our NES games that came out the end of its life cycle, and they look giant steps forward better. Yeah. Like, because they figured out dithering on the NES. Here's waterfalls that you can see through, and I was like, oh yeah, and it's the same sort of thing. Like, even though that this was early on early on in the PS2 life cycle, when was Silent Hill 3? Like 2 years after
I believe it was 2003. I remember because I graduated high school that year, and I played it in the summer after I graduated, and it was that was a great experience. Right? Like, I don't have nothing I'm done with school. Time to play a new Silent Hill game.
And at the end of the PS2's life cycle, you get, like, God of War 2 and Final Fantasy
like
12.
It's why you get these arguments over, like, FF7 and why that argument is never going to go anywhere. Because, like, looked at it in a objective context, no, it's not the best Final Fantasy. Of course not. The music's rough. It's synthesized. The all the Popeye arms and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, that's the thing for me.
Like, you have to understand that FF7 came out in a time when the most technically advanced RPG in the world at that time was Chrono Trigger. Mm-hmm. The leap was unbelievable, and trying to play something like that out of its time, you will never get the same experience. Like, there are a lot of people out there that play retro games, right? And good on them, because retro games are fun. But unless you touched that game in its time, you can never actually get what it was like when that game came out.
Because then people throw the phrase around a lot. I mean, we do too. Is like, it's aged poorly. And some games, it's just a simple matter of the fact that
I know I'm going back in here, people, but I just need to check these doors. I'm sorry.
And then there's just like NES games, Super Nintendo games age better than, say, early N64, Saturn, PlayStation.
The PlayStation 1 and 64 Saturn era aged remarkably poorly across the board.
Yeah, but like, there's just, because it was the first time. It's their first time. Give them a break.
It's because you jumped from highly detailed sprites in which you knew what you were looking at to incredibly low detailed PS1 models.
And that's why when people say like, "Oh, this Silent Hill 2 doesn't look..."
Oh, there's another door in there.
Why are you guys freaking out? It doesn't look that great. It actually really still does.
It's man. Like, stuff like this and Zone of the Enders 2. Yeah, here we go. I didn't see this earlier.
It's gross toilet.
And there's nothing in here.
I still have 1 or 2 PS2 survival horror games we haven't played yet, just like stocked for rainy days or what have you. And I think at least both of them are later than this. They both look terrible.
Well, yeah. There's a lot of that. So that's locked. This is so I've cleared out pretty much the whole prison. This is the whole prison. This whole thing. So there's the 2 cell blocks. There's the shower room, which I believe that is, and then there's the yard, and that's it. Also, you may have noticed that I picked up some plates for the gluttonous pig.
Yep.
And the seductress.
Little on the nose there, but that's fine.
Little on the nose. Let's read those documents. No, let's not.
You can have some things that are a little on the nose. There's so much subtlety here in general, so
I don't know. I feel like that's fine.
Yeah, that's
because
what I mean.
If you didn't have me basically thematically explaining the entire game as we play it, you might not pick up on that.
But what I mean is that you found the plate of the gluttonous pig next to Eddie.
Yeah.
And I mean, all it really needed is for like Maria or whoever to suddenly pop up and say, "Hey, I'm here," and then you immediately pick up the seductress.
Oh, hello.
Thing. Whoa, that was.
I didn't notice you were in here.
Oh, jeez.
There we go.
It's fine. So I was.
Yep.
I was gonna say, for those asking, I mean, we need to sort of talk about it, but do you have any interest in going through Resident Evil HD again?
I don't know.
Not now.
Not now.
But maybe in the future, because we already played an hour of it in a shitstorm already, and it's there's a lot to say, I guess, but, onwards and forwards. Anyway, but I was playing it, and that's again, I mean, it's given the HD remake, but that's a game that will...
Yeah, that's just an upscale, like slight redone job. Like.
Yeah, but it's a game that will age remarkably well. But next to Code Veronica,
yeah,
like it looks way better.
Yeah, absolutely.
Even against like
you want to do a breakdown of what PlayStation 1 games held up. Look at games with pre-rendered backgrounds.
Yeah.
Because the pre-rendered backgrounds are of a relatively high quality, and it let them put enormous polygon budgets into the characters.
Yeah, exactly.
So here, you may notice there is nothing in here.
No, it's just darkness, which is fine.
When I point my gun, I end up aiming at it.
Yeah, aiming at something.
This is called the Prisoner. This is a unique. This is a unique enemy that never appears anywhere else in the game,
and you can hear her footsteps,
and is completely harmless. But hold on, listen.
You're hitting something, yeah. Wow. You fucking killed it.
Now that does not sound like a monster.
It sounds like a person or even a woman.
That sounds like a person or even a woman. And,
I mean, like a woman person.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
But,
yeah, that would be fucked up.
Because then I corrected myself because it sounded like a woman's voice for a second.
Just a little distorted.
Yeah.
But just wax doll, huh?
So that I mean,
on Sacrifice and the Art of Demon Summoning. Tome of the Seer, the Feast of the Succubi, the Fallen Angels of Mercy in Favor. Yeah, don't worry about
it. It's fine. Don't worry.
Let's take a look at this wax doll.
The fact that everything's on fire is fine.
It's a doll carved from wax, and it was lying in the cell.
That having some sort of secret enemy is probably like the coolest thing I've seen in a while now.
Yeah.
Because why? Why not?
It's pretty great. It's pretty fantastic. And the fact, and it's one of those things where I've talked about this earlier. This doesn't actually affect the ending, but it's one of those things of like, my James killed that thing.
Yeah.
Just 'cause.
Well, I mean, you know about it. Most people going through this the first time
would go, and shoot it. Right?
Yeah, but it never hurts you.
Never hurts you.
Like, I wouldn't even know to try empty you have the little thing on to give you more bullets, but during a regular playthrough where like bullets would be
also you can't open any of those other doors.
I wouldn't imagine.
Yeah, it's like you just can't.
But going back to like saying how you said pre-rendered games age better is because it's kind of like they didn't future-proof it. They didn't know, but at the same time,
it wasn't about future-proofing.
No, it was about like how can we do something to sort of get away with the restrictions on this hardware.
Yeah.
Which I've always been a big fan of. Like, that's the thing with, like, sort of modern games. Like, I appreciate it when a game is really beautiful, but it's almost, when you can do anything, you can you're not as creative.
Yeah,
almost.
Art from adversity.
Art from adversity. And one of my best examples of that, I'm not sure we talked about it before, but hey, Kojima, make us some game on the MSX. Oh, this piece of hardware sucks. It can't display scrolling screens.
That's a problem in those days.
That's a problem. What am I going to do? How about I make a game that works around that? How about you sneak?
Yeah, how about it's a sneak, and it's not a big action game.
Because how am I supposed to have a big action game where there's a pause in between each screen? You fucking invent Metal Gear that way. Oof.
Yeah. Another
That's
one.
Pretty fucked up sounding.
But this one is...
Ooh. Do you know if in the HT remake it fucks it up and you can see them a little bit?
No, there's no model for these.
None at all?
No.
Then what are you shooting?
You're shooting an invisible hitbox.
Okay.
So yeah, this guy and this room exists purely for this moment. Because you can't get in there. So, bye.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's like, when you look at a pre-rendered game, it's like, no, I want the characters to look good.
Yeah.
Was step one. Okay, say you make a good-looking zombie in RE1. That's 1/4 of your processing budget for the entire scene.
Yeah.
It's like, well, now I need an environment that... I'm pulling these numbers out of my ass, by the way,
That's
so
fine.
don't take them too literally,
Kind of stinky,
but it's just, the point.
Oh.
You missed.
Wow.
You missed.
Yeah.
rifle shells. Thank you.
So you're pulling numbers out of your ass?
Yeah, so you say it's 25%. You're like, okay, well, I need there's bloodstained clothes in here. I need an environment in which that character looks okay, and I want to be able to have 4 or 5 of those characters. Like, I can't just have a blank room. Crap. So what do I do? It's like, well, what if the background takes nothing?
Yeah. What if the background, you can just have someone work on that one background forever and put as much detail, and guess what? It's still gonna...
What if the background's just a photo?
Yeah.
So...
Oh, fuck.
Here we are in the yard. Let's move a little bit further.
Go work out.
So if you run up to the front of the yard,
play some b-ball.
You find this thing, which is a mural that we should kind of be familiar with.
What the fuck is that noise?
Horrible noises. I give you blood to atone for the 3 sins.
For the blood god.
Is written on top. Beneath the painting are 3 square depressions. Alright, and if you look carefully at this, you clearly see it's 2 pyramid heads.
Yeah.
With their skewer, and this is the execution with the with
wow.
nooses.
God, it's fucking dark.
Yeah. So let's use these things.
A game that we played, and we might take a second look at it sometime because it's been really advanced and whatever. Is remember Dread Out? The Indonesian horror game where you're the girl. Do you remember how that was? Where it was as black as this when you were wandering around.
It was way worse.
And like that game was, it was kind of janky here and there, but it was fucking scary.
Yeah. Here we go. Bam. The Seductress. Now we're missing 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot to pick it up. I was mistaken earlier.
Well, to be fair, there's blackness everywhere. It's hard to see.
No, it was but it's extra bad because it was in a room in which I stated there was nothing and no point.
Oh well.
Like, whoops. This part of the game is not nearly as fresh in my memory, unfortunately.
That's fine. I mean, to be fair, again, it's black as fuck and dark as night.
I
feel like a lot of this sounds like Metallica lyrics.
Black as fuck.
And dark as night, yeah.
All right.
Like James Hetfield is kind of a huge douchebag and he's sold out and everything. But at the same time, like
here we go.
Kind of gets a pass.
You can in fact go into some of them. I was mistaken.
Whoa.
436 people at recital.
That's weird.
Yeah, it is. It's just drawings.
No,
Burning Man.
Name is Simon.
So it's hard to see because you wouldn't know it yet, but that is the hotel on the lake that we are trying to go to.
Drawings, yeah, the Grand Budapest.
So yeah, no, not quite. So yeah, we are able to get into rare instances of these. I was mistaken. I got discouraged because one of them was locked.
So I felt...
Here we are.
What?
There are magazines here. So what? So, we have the Seductress, the Gluttonous Pig, and...
The Bookworm.
The Oppressor.
Oh.
Let's take a look at the Oppressor, shall we? So the Gluttonous Pig was rah, rah, rah.
Yeah.
Seductress was like, hey, man.
Hey.
And the Oppressor is somebody just slapping, pushing something into somebody's face.
It's like weird Incan drawings.
Yeah.
It's just someone slapping their shit.
And now I'm locked in.
I noticed that your white noise is going off.
It's going off a little bit. So
Please enjoy our Let's Listen of Silent Hill white noise.
So you become stuck in here for a little while. So you can take that as you will. There are the 3 characters, there are the 3 plates, this is the Oppressor, and when you look at it, you become locked in jail. Maybe you should. This is now becoming more and more difficult as the game goes on to talk about the game thematically while also attempting to avoid spoilers.
Yes, no, I can...
Especially for a game that came out 13 years ago.
Yeah, 13. Yeah, you're right, 13.
Yeah.
I saw that Jim Sterling wrote something about survival horror games. Like, Resident Evil 2 is really good. Why can't they make a game like this? And I said...
Because it's hard.
And I said, well, maybe Shinji Mikami can. Oh, wait, he couldn't.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Jeez.
Yeah. So, I put in the 3 things, and what do we got now?
Sounded like someone just got hung.
Give you the blood to atone for the 3 sins. So let's go around back, shall we?
And someone was arguing like, "Oh, I thought Evil Within was actually super good. He was a little rough around the edges or whatever." And
3 ropes hanging off this scaffold.
I stated that, yeah, it's fine, but whoa, you looks like you just ate shit off the side. No, it's fine, but considering the pedigree and considering what you have to live up to,
yeah,
like, it's just so disappointing comparatively. When I think about it now, playing this, which is like, we just saw that there's 2 enemies that were just there for thematic, scary reasons.
You hear that?
I hear James breathing.
It was a horse running around.
Bojack.
And now we got...
What's that, a horseshoe? Yeah.
We got a horseshoe. Alright, I'm out of here.
Okay. I was waiting for the other shoe to go up there. And just like, I can only imagine, like, it's the same thing. Let's say you got the team back together.
That's how you got the team
for
back
Silent Hill.
Mm-hmm.
And if they made something, I just can't imagine modern day Konami would just say, do whatever you guys like.
Do whatever you like.
I mean, that's why Kickstarter exists. That's why indie game developers exist.
Pretty much why Kickstarter exists. Okay, yeah, now I remember. It's over here. Got to use... We're done with the prison, by the way.
This is like the last we got the last mission critical items.
This is the complete end of the prison sequence, which you may notice is way shorter than the hospital or the apartment.
Then it also led you to believe, because just the prison in general is so
yeah,
good.
but the layout is simple.
Hey, did you see those screenshots of the Project Scissors?
I have not.
Oh, dude. Like,
that's the kind of thing where it's like, I kind of want to just...
There's just a couple of screenshots.
I kind of just want to pretend it doesn't exist.
Until it's out, yeah. But it looks really good. Because it's like very classic looking survival horror. And it doesn't quite look like this, but like its textures are grimy.
The amount of disappointment I could possibly feel for something like that when I heard that Masahiro Ito is working on it is astounding. So I have to be careful. So here we go. This is it. This is what we were all working towards.
Okay.
This is a trapdoor. Let's take a look at it.
What a trap.
This cover on the ground, but I can't open it. There might have been a handle here back in the day.
But it's gone now.
But it's gone now. Yeah, see, now you're getting it. Luckily, I have the following items. I have a lighter.
Oh, I thought you were going to use your pipe.
Which I can combine with this.
With your pipe.
In order to melt some wax into there.
Jeez, that's some MacGyver shit.
But there's no point in just melting the wax.
No, you gotta use your family stamp.
You gotta combine that with that to this. And there we go. This is one of the most absurd kind of puzzle solutions ever. Because that wax...
They'll crumble in a second!
That wax would never be able to hold up. Like, what? How long did he stand there and wait for it to...
Hours.
And once again...
Looks like you're going to have to jump!
Looks like we're jumping. There we go.
So, but you're going further underground.
Further.
Into the second prison.
Even further.
Go in the center of the earth and fight Satan. And you're like, actually...
Yeah. Satan.
Now it looks like we're in the mall.
A little bit. The tiles.
The tiles make me think of
have a certain aspect to them. Can't move forward. So this is the staircase that would have been in the prison. So we're now in a sub-prison layer. Like the basement of the prison within the earth. We're going down, man. And yes, the idea of like you're going down into hell, that is not subtle.
No,
here.
it's not. But you know,
actually no. If it was not subtle, it would be hellfire and brimstone right now.
Right. No. By now we'd be in there. So those are just holes in the walls with legs coming out of them.
Well, this is the prison morgue.
But
back in the day. And
yeah,
if you look carefully, you can see that some of the bodies are double stacked.
Yeah, double stacked. Oh, jeez, you need to double stack them.
Did it just move? Or is that my imagination?
I did not see. Huh. The
corpse into the... So here's the hole that the prison would just,
The corpse hole.
Dumping people in.
Yeah.
Can't see the bottom.
I always I always find that a hole like that, it was created by someone with no foresight.
No foresight.
Ah!
An outhouse for bodies doesn't work.
Just throw these into the corpse pit. I was saying before, but I don't think modern day Konami would let anyone just do whatever, unless you're Kojima. In which case, they're probably going to let
Which is why there's hope
whatever.
for Silent Hills.
That's why there's hope for Silent Hills.
Oh, that noise is horrible.
That's not great.
I don't like it.
Yeah, you know, when I really think about it, like, the other Silent Hill soundtracks are almost all... That's just a fucking whole room.
There was a hole.
This... Oh, yeah, you weren't kidding about this part, just really hammering it home.
Yeah. Just drop deeper and deeper into the abyss.
Like, when I think about all the later games, I just think of all the Yamoka piano ballads, and that's all I can...
Yeah, but you forget how grungy and mechanical it was.
Yeah. It's way scarier.
Yeah.
Like, his soundtrack to Shadows of the Damned was a bit closer to this. Because it was just weird.
Yeah, it was like, hey man, let's go nuts.
Yeah, well, I'm in hell.
Let's get crazy.
You want to go nuts? Let's get nuts.
I'm ready to get nuts.
Love Michael.
So now we're, I don't know where the fuck we are.
Yeah,
now it's becoming incredibly confusing.
I like how James is just like, how am I supposed to get out? Oh, we're in an elevator, so maybe that'll help.
Where do you think this elevator is going?
Down.
Express elevator to hell.
Going down.
Shut up, Hudson.
Somebody wake up, Hicks. Oh man, this is it.
Boy, does RE2 is basically aliens.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay? Sherry, the Queen, the entire ending sequence. Silent Hill 2 is not. And it is The Shining. Those are the two things that those series want to be.
It's Jacob's Shining.
Sorry, not The Shining. I'm sorry. It's Jacob's Shining, Fog, Rosemary's Baby.
Yeah.
Right? And the influences just could not be more different.
Well, when's the last time you watched Rosemary's Baby?
Never.
Well, I watched it not too long ago. I mean, it's a creepy thing, but it's that subgenre of having evil within you during your pregnancy is really scary.
So basically every pregnancy.
Oh! Suck it, pregnant ladies.
Take that. Sick burn.
I think I already referenced it before, but Aziz had another funny bit where he's like, whenever I have any of my friends say, oh, I'm pregnant, I always feel like I should send them a card that says, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
You ruined your life.
Oh, come on.
That's what he said.
That's horrible. That's bad.
But he's like, you have fun with that. I'm going to continue doing whatever I want.
Until you're the old guy at the club.
Yeah, you know, that's the kind of revenge.
So, here's something new. I just hit the map and have a map.
But you have no map.
But I have no map.
Maybe as you progress, you'll
Maybe
get
as I progress.
Super cool map.
And, yeah, there you are.
Yeah.
I see you.